I gotta love that moment when the thing you had planned does not pan out. Anyway, instead of showing off niche, I'm just gonna mess around and KeeperRL. Because, why not? There should be some upcoming, updates for this game as far as the AI goes. That would honestly be interesting to see, you know, long-range units actually behaving like long-range units instead of throwing themselves into the heat of battle. Alright, so just to double check something real quick. Okay, so that one did wind up loading, but that is not the game I'm going to play because quite honestly, I have a feeling I'm kind of stuck on it. But anyhow, this time around, you know what? Sod it. We're gonna go ahead and go, let's see, female keeper, let's try the less evil knights, because I honestly haven't really messed around with the goodies-ish in ever, now that I think of it. But yeah, this one, she's going to be a little bit more tanky than your mage. She's not going to be able to have your magic abilities right off the bat. I'm not sure about the name Urgella. Sabrine? Yulind? Sure. Sophie, Cataly, Agnes, Estella. I think we had Estella before. Susanne, nah. Alexana. I like that. Alright, let's go ahead and start a new game with her. Welcome to the campaign mode. Anyone who has followed my Twitter and actually seen some of the live tweets that I've done of this game, you have an idea of how this goes. It's basically a 2D dungeon keeper sort of game. Now let's see. You have an unremarkable dungeon who's the main villain. They're honestly gonna wind up being like the more difficult boss. This specific one keeps popping up on my map. It irritates me, but it's they're a recurring enemy of very ridiculous sort of stuff. Anyway, and of course Fabianca keeps popping up too. I don't know why, but these two keep popping up on my game. I need to finish more dungeons and actually like save my stuff. Okay, so possible allies. We have Teutonic Knights going on, we have Dwarves going on. Both of this will be useful, I believe. Because I think the Teutonic Knights, they have like a variety of tanky units, I think? Or just a few tanky units, which is more likely. Whereas the Dwarves, I think they can double as diggers and crafters as well as warriors. It looks like we're gonna have to deal with multiple swarms, possibly with the ogres as well. And let's see, as far as biomes go, let's see, we've got desert, we've got winter, grassland. Let's go with the forest. Just because I know that we can dig down and be able to get some of our other resources that way, but I like the idea of living in a forest right now. So, and the world name, Veleza. Okay. I am happy with this. Might take a little bit because I'm streaming this. Oh, don't crash on me. Basically the laptop that I'm trying to stream from, it's fairly old. Hey! KeeperRL Alpha 31 Hotfix 3. Patch was released last month. Let's see, we got a Warlord mode. Unlock when you retire your first dungeon. I have not done that yet, so I cannot see it. More content on the Z levels. And on the ground level. Ooh. New system for modding. And dedicated to Righteous Sinner. Okay, so at present, Alexana, she's not all that great. We have a few farmers. And I believe these peasants behave... I saw that. I believe these peasants behave as our imps. Let's go ahead and basically use one of these guys to just kind of run around, explore the place. And actually, instead of just clicking everywhere, I am going to switch up to my keypad. Because the number pad actually allows you 8 different directions to be able to move around in. And, ooh, don't like the fact that there's already foxes out already. And this is basically what I tend to do for every one of my dungeons when I first start out, is just send some low-level person to go scout the area. Is that? No. Okay, we got magic mushrooms already. That's the edge of the map. Alright, there's that edge of the map. There is something over there. We don't know what. It's probably bad news for us. Ooh, hey! I do like being able to see. It's like the one upside to not living in the middle of a forest is being able to see shit. Alright, so that's the edge of that. Let's hope we don't get skewered by a boar or bitten by a fox. Make our way around. And I don't think these peasants can swim. Much like the imps can't swim, because they're too little. Oh, I thought this said you are no longer A-rusted. Okay, I was just very confused. Alright. Click that, let him... Oh, he can swim a bit. Okay. That is fantastic. That's already one advantage over the imps. Since they're so darn small, they drown in like the smallest pool. This is looking to be a very bad idea right now. Who is over here? How far do I dare to peek? It's probably kobolds. Nope. They are dark elves. Yeesh, I'm gonna have to steer away from them for a while because their swords... If they're using elven swords, it's gonna be trouble. Because their swords at, like, +9 at least their attack. No thank you. Stay away from the moose. Anyone who lives up in Canada knows, stay away from the moose. They are not your friends. Yeah, it looks like we're almost back around the mountain. Okay. There is something else hiding out this way too. No, you stay away, moose. I want nothing to do with you. I don't think my peasant could really fight off a moose. It's actually a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be. Oh, nope, I did not want to do that. We are not ready to travel. We don't even have our base set up yet. Okay, so... I'm sure we can get some scouts to further investigate the areas that I have missed. but for the most part, we now know our perimeter, as well as what areas we can actually dig into. Now the only thing is, I don't know whether I should behave like an evil keeper and do all my digging underground, or if I should attempt to actually build a village. I don't know if that's possible, to be honest. But let's exit that control mode and see, we already have got rock, we get Dington, we can get horses, we get more peasants. Adriel hates all elves, which also includes the good ones. Eldebert the Artisan, I believe they are the equivalent to goblins. And as far as I can tell, the main disadvantage to where we are stationed now is there are no resources. All of the resources that we are going to need are basically being protected by the elves and whoever else is around here. That, in and of itself, is going to be a problem. Shoot. I mean, the main thing that I could try is to start my base here and then dig down. Because at least with some of the Z levels, so long as my peasants don't get wiped right off the bat, there should be some resources down there that I could dig around for too. And then when I get the gear, I can come back, conquer them. Actually, I might do that. Okay, so first things first. Dig around there. And get that. Actually, yeah, that works. And then that can be the start of the main hallway. Because these, I could very easily set up to be just, like, trap hall. I will need the hallways at least 3 wide, though. Because trying to move an army through 2 wide walls, it doesn't really work all that well. 7 by 7 sounds good to start off with. Unpause, let them work. Storage room needed, I know. And hopefully, by doing this at the very start, we should be able to do some of the things that we'd like to do. So my idea behind this initially is basically, boom, hallway with, stairs, initial storage. That's probably gonna wind up being just where I drop everything off, honestly. These are going to be the sleeping quarters, these are going to be, like, workshop/training area. and that will be enough to at least get us started. Let's go on ahead. Okay. Just taking a look at some of the things that we have compared to what you would have if you were on the evil side. We do not have the eye, so we are unfortunately not able to spy on everything around us. That may prove to be a problem later. But in the meantime, I found it funny how they still have the imp as the icon for prioritized task, even when you're playing as the humans. Poetry table. The poetry table is actually hilarious if you have it on the evil side. Alright, so let's actually get some doors going. And right off the bat, we can build all the doors if we have the resources for them. But since we don't have the resources for them, I'm just going to slap down some wooden doors. Let's see, autosave. And you know what? Sod it. I'm going to put the downstairs right there. And then I'm going to speed this up. Vroom. This be guarded. Ooh, it's dark. Ooh, extra defense against the undead. Need bookcase and the bed. Sod it. Requires sorcery in order to have any priests. Gosh darn it. We require a training dummy. That may be a little more doable. Some archery targets down too. Ah, right, the storage bit. And because sod it, we'll have the one treasure chest there. And I'll just put the graves there. Okay, I'm gonna turn down the speed down to just fast. Actually, you know what? Let's remove these beds, actually. Conquer an enemy tribe to raise your malevolence level. What if I don't want to be malevolent? Put those beds there. Okay. Rockjaw, Beethoven. Already? Already? Which one was it? Beethoven was dead. Ugh. Man. At least we get, like, up to 4 free peasants, but at the same time, it's like, gosh. Let's get some more doors in, just because of that. Because no thank you. Oh, hello. Wallermo. Okay. Have them dig out another 5x5 area. Get another archer. Now, interestingly, we do not have coffins, meaning that the undead are closed off to us. So all I really have to deal with are the beds and the cages, which I'm fine with. I'm perfectly fine with that. Let's get Bingden on here. Hello, Bingden. Who's a good boy? Looks like they're all coming from up there. Anyhow. I am going to have this area be a leisure zone. I think. Yeah. So I'm going to place down dining tables. See, there are angel shrines. I'm not seeing... Well, aside from like the whipping post and whatnot and the gallows, which... I mean, I don't mind installing these. Nor do I mind having a couple more archers. Let's see, let's stick a fountain in the middle. Oh, actually. That costs gold though. That's alright. You can do without. For an item, I believe the fountain requires stone, and that is fine. I'll have the dining tables installed, but I'm also going to put 2 poetry tables. Opposite ends there. Take out the corners. There's a particular reason why I take out the corners, but now I'm taking out the corners. I do not have any iron to mess with that. Alright, let's go ahead and knock it down to normal. And in the meantime, I will also have my peasants collect more wood. And hopefully the wood that is collected here will be able to, no dog. Yeah, hopefully the wood that is collected will be able to actually support the crafts that we are about to do now. Oh. Okay. I don't believe that they have the infinite lift capacity that the... No, they do not have infinite encumbrance, which is sad. But at the same time, I can't really do much about that either. Of course, the one thing that will suck about that is just the mere fact that it is going to take a lot longer to be able to store shit. I'll just drop the corpses over here anyway. Control mode and pause. Another artisan. And basically just start queuing up crafts to keep them busy for a while. Okay. Insane. No thank you. That just makes them go berserk. Storage room for resources. I think they mean the corpses. making one more artisan. I need gold to buy horses? Oh, it increases population limit by 1. That's interesting. I don't know why it would be the horse that would do that, though. But anyhow. I'm gonna have one team with the keeper, and then one team without the keeper because I don't entirely trust myself having the keeper out, I'll be honest. Alright, so hopefully that will go well. Speed this up. Yeah, I don't have any kind of equipment for them yet. So as soon as I do, which I hope will be soon, then I will either take my group here and have them go out scouting and check out some of the other areas here, or I will send them underground to let them get a head start on trying to find more resources that are closer to home. Alexana writes a bad limerick. Oh dear. You're already starting with the bad poetry. That bad poem. Oh goodness me. I kind of wish that you could be able to actually click on the bad poem. Why are you writing obscene poems? What's wrong with you? But yeah, I kind of wish you can click on them and then get like a randomly generated poem, but that's like Dwarf Fortress level of detail, not necessarily KeeperRL. So the downside with the artisans is seeing that they are unable to do a thing. Just because they are insane. Because of course, if I had the insane folks on their own, that'd be another matter. But unfortunately I don't think there's any way for me to actually wall off, you know, any given character into their own place, I guess. Well, I guess I could. But, nah, can't be bothered, really. What is up with these insane people that keep wanting to sign up? Okay, what is up with you artisans? don't really need you guarding. I don't need you being whipped. There we are. And actually, speaking of, let's check your activity. Don't abuse the minions. Don't get yourself whipped. I don't know why y'all are still guarding. Quit it. What is with all of this bad and vulgar shit? Enough? Enough. I don't know, this game has an interesting name generator, I can say that much. Alright, so let's actually start arming these guys. She can keep the sword. So she's got first dibs on most of that. Which, fair enough, really. She's capable of having two swords, that's interesting. But I imagine that also means that I can't really give her a shield either. I mean, I could, but then she wouldn't be able to deal as much damage. You know, honestly, I'm kind of hoping that is barely enough to be able to start messing around. So, let's see. Let's go on ahead, use Bing Bin. Oh. Okay, so it looks like we have some stone right away, and there's going to be some iron and gold on this level. Okay, so there's that bit of that fan then. Excuse me, you hear snoring? Basically, see, I'm here. I need to go over there. Figure out what that's about. It's probably some bandits. Orcs. Hey, right away. Alright, let's put the other dog. Okay. Hey! And I will have to grab that stuff a little bit later. Oh! Okay. Okay, since I am the archers now and I don't have any melee equipment, commands are going to be a little bit different here. So, F. What do you mean I need a ranged weapon? Why do I not have a ranged weapon? Am I down to one arm? No, I don't think he actually bothered to pick one up. Lovely. Right, you guys deal with that. I'm gonna equip this. And it is a terrible idea because I'm wounded. 5. Oh, no, that's an S. Okay. Okay, so take the torch and the bow. Oh, he's unconscious. He's a prisoner. Interesting. I did not see that one. Okay. And I was saying, just going to exit control mode. Fast craftsman, yes please. And see, yes, he can escape. We'll slow this down to fast. Hopefully first thing that he'll do is fuck off to sleep. Yep. Okay, that is interesting. How we actually can imprison the enemies like that. However, I do need to conquer the enemy before I can actually do anything about that. Now, is there... Yes, there is a prison option, although I do require some iron in order to do it. Okay, let's also go down a level and start messing with this stuff. I don't need more artisans, thank you. Oh, there's something here. Alright, wonderful. They're working on that. I need to stop hitting caps lock. Let's see what we got. Oh, you're slowed? That's a bigger problem than I would like to admit. Because it's not just movement speed that is slowed, I believe. Don't do that! Alexana, what is wrong with you? Like, I can appreciate that you're just trying to record the history of your people, but there are some things that you don't do, Alexander. I need to hurry up and get that iron in. Oh, I need iron working before I can do that. Crying out loud. I mean, it makes sense, but still, crying out loud. Some interesting names, I tell you what. Place these in the corner of the prison there. Actually, I wonder. I mean, just because it's daylight now, I wonder if those orcs are nocturnal. If they are, at the very least, I can try to reclaim some gear. If not, well, we'll know. Oh. Okay, now that is too close for comfort. Let's get another dog. An archer named Whaler. Which is it? Club, bow. Yeah, actually no. No shield for you. Because if you got a shield, you can't use your bow. It's kind of weird how they don't auto-clip as soon as they join up, because they are conscripted as, you know, warriors. Well. Oh. Vulnerable to rain. I don't need an archer who's vulnerable to the very thing that he does. Nah. At any rate, honestly, I'm starting to crash, so it's about a good time to actually stop streaming. I'm hoping to be able to make this more of a regular feature, just, you know, hopping on and doing random streams like this. Because it's been a while since I have done it regularly. I kinda miss it. Alright, I will see y'all when I do.